My name is Garrison Matthews. I'm a 2015 and 2018 graduate of Campbell University, so I'm a two-hump camel. We're standing right in front of the wrestling facility. I was a wrestler here from 2011 to 2015. So I'm doing travel PT now. My class actually started our first year of PT school in the old building, which is on main campus. I think that's the engineering building now. So we were a part of the first group that actually got to come to this building when it opened. That would have been my second year of PT school. So this was my corner of the class, always in the back of the class, as far away from the professor as I could get. There's about 6, 7 of us guys that we would take up these 3 or 4 tables, and that would be our office or our social session, whatever the day called for. And I got my quad dry needled somewhere over here, if I'm remembering correctly. And that was the first time I'd ever had dry needling with electrical stimulation. I thought it was the coolest thing. And now I've dry needled thousands of patients over the last 5 years. It's a big part of my practice. And I remember it the first time with Dr. Myers. I've been working in outpatient all of my career, so I don't get a chance to play with the wheelchairs quite as much as I would in a different setting. It's still there. There we go. I love that they use this as a classroom more so than a gym, because this is what an outpatient clinic looks like, or at least what an outpatient clinic should look like. You have cardiovascular training, you have weight training, you have space to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether it be someone who is functioning at a low level or someone that's functioning at a high level. So I'm glad that this is being integrated as a classroom more now than even back then. The physical therapy program and the wrestling program at Campbell have been very intertwined for me. If I had chosen to take a 5th year, because I did have a red shirt to burn, I could have started PT school in 2017. Ironically enough, that would have put me graduating right before the pandemic, which would have completely changed the course of my career. Instead, I went to PT school in 2016, graduated 2018, worked all of 2019, and fortunately did not get furloughed or fired when the pandemic started in 2020. So one of the best things about Campbell's DPT program is the open door policy for all the faculty and staff, which, as you can see, Dr. Green, she was my advisor when I was here, and her door is still open, even though I graduated 7 years ago. So she even let me make a ham sandwich a minute ago before I started this interview. My favorite class was probably any of Dr. Green's neuro classes. She had classes where she would bring in people who had legitimate spinal cord injuries and legitimate traumatic brain injuries and or strokes. She would bring in real people, and we actually got to talk to them and work with them and learn from them, and sometimes learn with them. So those are always my favorite classes. Even though I don't work in a neuro setting now, I carry over a lot of the ideas and principles and creativity that we had from those classes into my outpatient ortho practice. So I started my career in Tampa, Florida. I moved down there as soon as I graduated, and I worked for a practice called PT Solutions. I actually worked for them for 6 years. I decided to go to Florida because why not? Worked there for 6 years, and I kind of got tired. I was working really hard. I was managing a clinic there. I'd managed 2 different clinics during my time, and I was just ready for something different. And fortunately, with physical therapy, you can work anywhere in the country that you want, as long as you apply for licensure and take the necessary steps. So I decided to be a travel PT 6 years into my career. Coming to Campbell's DPT program was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Besides the fact that Campbell as a whole is just a great university from top to bottom, I felt like I was appreciated as a student and that I was invested in. I carry that with me to this day. I take on a lot of students as a practicing physical therapist, and eventually I want to become a professor. I want to work as faculty or staff in some capacity in a PT school. And hopefully it can be something like the experience that I had here.